My name is Toney Antonelli, and I'm here to talk to you about the reasons why I took the program here at UCO for organizational leadership. So why organizational leadership? Well, I come from a long background of tech development. I was actually hired out of college to go work for NASA's Artificial Intelligence Division, do work with Pixar and a lot of those companies in the 80s in the tech industry. In tech, you have to constantly develop. You have to keep up with new software, you have to keep up with new trends, you have to keep up with new distribution channels, production methods, and all those sorts of things. So why did I get the degree? I spent some time working at UCO and already started my degree completion, but then I found out about the organizational leadership. Now the reason I support others to take this program is because it's a very rich program. A lot of the techniques that I was studying in it we actually practice in technology because we couldn't utilize old management models with an industry which things change constantly, and you have to always not only be developing what you have in the production pipeline, but you also have to be working on new tech that's coming up behind for future production pipeline. So the reason I really support this is because it gave me a place to go where I could learn all of these concepts, and even concepts that I had already used in the past. But it gave me a method to go step by step through the curriculum to find out why those engagement techniques worked. By understanding the concepts, you can even dive deeper into them and really get a true understanding of what it is that you're doing. And in that, you can even come up with, well, maybe there are better processes. There are ways in which you can hone and become more performance-driven in the processes that you currently use. It's really the discipline of a one-stop shop to learn all of these concepts. And it's not only just the concepts that pertain specifically to your career. I'm one that believes that having a very well-rounded understanding of the world around us, that includes biology, geology, geography, marketing, all of these different aspects are vital to be a well-rounded person in society today. And this wider understanding of the world around us gives us the ability to engage and to be a better service-oriented person towards the stakeholders and shareholders in our organization and in the community around us. I now have more tools at my disposal, both in analysis and in execution and engagement, to further drive greater performance in future endeavors and future projects. I now feel that I can actually start my own company in the tech or game development sector and have a broader understanding of how I can take the products and develop them and first see if there's even a market niche or a channel for that product to be distributed in. Because of organizational leadership, I have a much bigger understanding of how this all fits together into a bigger picture. Being a service-driven manager, one in which you are an enabler, you are a teacher, you are a person, even a counselor to your staff. Now, I got to experience that a lot when producing mobile games for Disney. You know, if I had a programmer that was one of the best at what he did, I wasn't going to tell him how to go about and do his job. I would sit that programmer down, and he was having issues, and I would say, what are the issues? And I would let him investigate it. And then I would go, well, what do you think is the best way out of it? Because this is an expert in the area that they're developing in. It's important to let the people that know what they're doing do what they're doing and be there to support them. And that is one of the biggest things I took from this program. Even though in some regard I was already practicing these techniques, now to have a greater understanding of how the manager is now the teacher and the enabler, there's so many more things I could have done because I didn't see the bigger picture of why that is so important and why that engages the employee. Now, I understood that showing respect and listening was important, but now having even a greater understanding of it, I can look at new forms of development to keep staff engaged and to develop them into being better or even move into areas of interest that they currently don't work in. A vital part to me of the organizational leadership program. As a continual learner, the degree program is meaningful to me, not only because of a continued education in the areas I have interest in, but also because instead of just benchmarking myself to production pipeline results or milestone delivery, I also have the university behind me, helping me with their benchmark, saying that yes, you're on track. Yes, you're developing this concept properly. And the program is set up in a step-by-step way so that you learn each concept that leads to the next concept and leads to the next concept. And by leading you through it, by the time you get to your capstone, you have a great understanding of the subject matter that you have undertaken in the course curriculum. My advice to future students, embrace this. Whenever you're doing a course material or you're learning something, figure out how it applies to you or what you're currently doing or what you hope to do. You may dream to do something else and go, hey, now that I'm learning this material, now I know how to apply it. I know how to engage people, to get them to follow, to go for the dream that I myself have set. Always stay curious. The program will get you through to your degree, but always remember that every minute of your life is a learning experience. Watch YouTube. There are so many videos on physics, on chemistry, on biology, on marketing, channel research, on anything, on everything that you could find any interest in. Constantly learn, watch these things, read books, get interested in not only what subject matter you're currently in or what line of work you're in, but also in flights of fancy. Just because you want to learn something new, because you may find out that that's something new that you learn applies directly to exactly what you're doing right now. Stay curious, enjoy the program, and go forward and do great things. Thanks.